to a brand new episode of the Straight Facts Podcast. It's your host, Zell. This is episode 40. Big shout out to everybody who tuned in to episode 39, people who tuned in to 38. We getting our third episode of the season 3. We got a lot to talk about today. I want to recap my last episode. And the last episode was called Trauma. I got some reviews on it. One of the top reviews I got on it is something I kind of want to discuss. Somebody basically asked me if I'm going to go into trauma, why not put some of my trauma out there as a kid? Well, of course, as we all been through childhood trauma. I've definitely been through childhood trauma. I've definitely been through certain shit a lot of people probably haven't been through. I'm not going to go into certain detail, but I was one of the people that was raised in a single-parent household. My dad was in and out. My mom was doing the best she can do. I was growing up in a house full of boys. At the time it was 6 of us. So I was in a house with 5 other people. So you just know how much of drama and bullshit that was going on in the house. We was fighting like a motherfucker. It was like jail. Like when I tell people that, when I tell motherfuckers like, bro, Ray, growing up in my household, bro, it was like jail. Like that's a real story, my nigga. That's no facade. That's no bullshit. That's not me trying to string something and make some type of weird ass story like a lot of people do. No, bro, I was really, we really grew up in the trenches, my nigga. Like for real, we really grew up pretty much kind of like poor, poverty conditions, but at the same time, it didn't make me who I am today. It didn't make none of my brothers who they are today. We are pretty well off. We are pretty much doing good for ourselves. But yes, I've been through childhood trauma. I've been through trauma as an adult as well. Just like a lot of people go through relationship trauma. I've dealt with relationship trauma. I dealt with friendship trauma. I dealt with going through certain shit with my parents, going through certain shit with my brothers. Like I dealt with a lot of shit, bro. Like I don't want to go in complete detail, but if that can help the person that was asking about what type of trauma I was going through, then that's perfect. Like that's the type of shit I was going through as a kid. I was going through poverty conditions as far as like having to. I know a lot of motherfuckers don't know what powdered milk is, bro. Like we had to use powdered milk for cereal at times. We had to fucking eat expired food sometimes. We had to do a whole lot of fucked up shit. But at the end of the day, like I said, it didn't make me who I am. It didn't make none of my brothers who they are today. My parents did the best they could, specifically my mom. So big shout out to my moms. Anybody out there that got any type of traumas they dealing with, there's a lot of resources out there for you if you're still dealing with it, like as far as like counseling and you can go and get help as far as like, what am I looking for? Therapy. Sometimes just talking to somebody you trust can help you as well. But that's all if that can answer the question that they have for me. If you need another complete detail, you can inbox me. I can get into more detail, but I want to get started with the show. First and foremost, I just got through recently watching an interview with Zeke off Power. If anybody know, if you watched Power, Power Book 2, you will know what I'm talking about. Like I was watching an interview, and basically the people that interviewed him forced this man to come out about his sexuality. Now, we adults, bro, so as a man, as an adult, you shouldn't feel forced to do shit. Like you're an adult. You don't have to answer no questions. You don't have to, give anybody clarification about your life, about what you like to do, especially your sexuality. Like we live in a very sensitive world, and we know how people are and how people act towards gay people, specifically gay men, bro. I don't really too much hear things about gay women, but don't quote me. I'm not saying that y'all don't go through anything, but if you watch the news or you in the media, or if you on social media, you see that the most attacked, as far as like within the gay community, is usually black gay men, bro. And like I always said in all my episodes, I don't have no issues with gay people, bro. Like if that's what you like, if that's what you do, that's cool. That's your thing. You know what I mean? That's your catch. That's cool. That's like everybody else. They like what they like, so they do what they want to do, and that's that. So as a gay man, you shouldn't have an issue with, walking around and expressing yourself or being comfortable with who you are. Like I feel like that watching that interview, dude was extremely uncomfortable. Like dude was very uncomfortable. He was stuttering over. He was acting like fucking Zeke in Power. Like he was acting slow as a bitch, bro. He was acting like he didn't have no words for nothing, or he was just ashamed to express himself. Like, bro, you gay, and that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. If that's what you if you listen, bro. I don't want to keep going on a rant about this shit. but I feel like I have to, especially for the black community, bro. Because I feel like as black men, they be the most afraid to come out and be open about their sexuality. So, and it's so selfish to do that because there's a lot of niggas that's married, there's a lot of niggas that's in relationships that fuck men and go home to that girl, bro. So, that's just fucked up. We need to get to a point where you can be openly happy with yourself and openly happy with the decision that you made about your motherfucking life, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. You ain't got to please nobody else. You ain't got to be a certain way or like a certain thing because everybody else doing it. Fuck that, bro. You gay. And that's cool. You like men. That's cool, bro. So, this whole thing of, if you don't haven't tuned into it, I don't know the name of the podcast. It was just something I was watching. First and foremost, they don't know how to podcast. That's first off. And basically, the guy, he basically was asking Zeke like, yo, you was in high school, or how's the girls now? I know you was getting all the girls, and now, you know what I mean, you are who you are. You're a television star now. Like, I know you good. I know you get the girls. I know they all on you. And he just like, bro just sitting there stuck. Like, he ain't got no fucking words for nothing. He just stuck, like. And I'm like, bro, he's gay. And that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The only thing that I be having an issue with at times is like, I respect the whole gay community. I respect the whole thing. Let me take these off. I respect that. It's just that I feel in some of these television shows, these cartoons, these kids things, like kids got access to everything nowadays. There's really no parental control over a lot of shit no more when it comes to kids. Like, all they gotta do is, a lot of kids are glued to fucking iPads now and cell phones and laptops and like shit like that, tablets. And as adults, we become curious of things. So as a kid, they gonna be curious. We was always kids. We were always curious about a lot of things. So, like, that's my biggest worry or concern about the whole, gay thing is that, like, I feel like it don't have to be involved in every single episode, or it don't have to be involved in every single movie. You know what I mean? But I can see that they pushing that to make people comfortable enough to come out with their sexuality. So if that's the reason why they pushing it, I'm for it. But at the same time, it's just that we got to understand that there's kids watching this shit. And there's kids, subscribing to this type of shit. So, that have nothing to do with the whole interview of them pulling that shit out of Zeke. I feel like that was just bogus as a motherfucker. I feel like if he felt as uncomfortable as he looked, he should have got up and left. You know what I mean? Like, he getting paid for this shit. He should have got up and left and went on about his business. So, because now it's just like, he didn't even get that opportunity to come out himself. He didn't get that opportunity to come to the world and express that he's gay. Basically, he went to a podcast and they pulled the shit out of him. He had no opportunity to actually come out himself, which is very fucking, like, it's ridiculous, bro. It's like, y'all in that man business, dog. You know what I mean? So, if y'all haven't seen it, bro, all you gotta do is type in Zeke interview. I know it's been all over the internet, been all over Facebook, so I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have seen it, but that's my take on it. As far as I know, everybody's tripping and in the uproar about gas prices and the war. Inflation is extremely fucking bad. The job market is fucking horrible. Inflation rate right now is 7.5%. They said by 2023 it'd be up to 10%. Now, that basically means that everything that we go after, like our gas prices, our clothing, our bills, our rent, all that shit is going to be up by 10% by 2023. And it may keep going up due to this war that's going on over in Russia, because with this war is interfering with a lot of trades, interfering with a lot of our goods. It's interfering with money. And, within a press conference Joe Biden had, he was basically talking about how he was going to cut the currency off in Russia. So if he cut the currency off in Russia, all Russia going to do is raise the fucking gas up more. So we fucked either way it go. Joe Biden is probably like the most horriblest fucking president I've ever witnessed in my life. George Bush was better than this nigga, bro. So, like, he's the most horriblest fucking president. And I know a lot of people out there kicking their fucking self for not voting Trump back in. I feel like, and this is my opinion, dog, I feel like if Trump was still in the office, none of this shit would have been going on. None of this shit would have been going on. And if it was going on, he still would have found a fair ground to try to keep shit the way it is. You know what I mean? I don't think inflation would have been the way it was. the way it is right now at 7.5%. I don't think gas prices would be the way it is. I think we still would have been getting stimmies. I feel stimulus checks still would. So basically, if gas prices and the cost of living and inflation rate is going up, why Joe Biden ain't trying to give out stimulus checks? Why he ain't trying to help the American people, bro? Right now, since he's been in office, he's been costing us thousands of dollars, dog. And a lot of us cannot afford these high gas prices. Some of us take Ubers to work. Some of us take taxis to work. Some of us take buses to work. So basically, when gas prices are increasing, you don't think the rates of Ubers, taxis, buses, you don't think that shit gonna increase? That shit's gonna increase. And his whole focus right now, if you've been paying attention to the news, Joe Biden's whole focus right now, he hired a team to crack down on the people who created who did PPP fraud. Out of all the shit that's going on in the world, out of all the things that we're struggling with right now as a country, yo, stupid old wrinkled ass, bro, worried about who did PPP fraud. That gotta be the dumbest shit in the world. Out of all things, my nigga, you focus on who did PPP fraud. Now, I know y'all had that article that was going around saying that his administration was going to pass out free crack pipes. That wasn't true. I did a fact check on that. That wasn't true. But what is true is him not giving a fuck about the American people as far as like giving out checks or giving out assistance. Like you can't even get, I live in Texas, bro. You can't even get, your government assistance is so limited down here. I never seen it the way it was. Like I'm from Wisconsin, so basically in Wisconsin, they so quick to help, especially if you're a woman. They so quick to fucking help people. Down here in Texas, bro, they leave your ass hot and dry, bro. They don't help nobody down here. Especially if you got, like, even if you got children. Like, I was having a conversation with somebody, and somebody told me that they had a kid, and they worked 2 fucking jobs, bro. How is that possible, dog? Where's the work life? Where's the life balance? Like, if you got to come down here and work 2 jobs and raise a kid on your own, that's difficult as fuck. And if she got to come down here and work 2 jobs, that just basically shows that what I just said is the fact. They don't help out with assistance down here as much as they did back up north, bro. I don't know what it is. I just feel like maybe this state is like, they all about like, you just got to work for what you want. Whatever the case may be, I don't know. But right now, Texas gas prices is $4 a gallon. The highest gas prices are over in California at $5.34. A lot of shit finna change. A lot of shit finna crack down. A lot of shit finna happen. We still don't know if we finna go to war. I feel like we are. But I mean, like, we just have to see what's gonna happen down the road. But I do feel like shit is gonna get worse, knowing that they're predicting 10% at a 10% inflation rate by the end of the year. Knowing that specific number, that just give me clarification that a lot of shit is finna take place within these next couple months. We haven't seen shit yet. We haven't went through the biggest drought that we thought we think we going through a drought right now. The shit haven't even started yet. Like we definitely finna hit a very low point. If you haven't yet, you know what I mean. Right now, like I said, a lot of shit is expensive. The cost of living is expensive. Like down here in Texas, like you ain't gonna find no nice place under $1,000. If you want a place under $1,000, bro, you're gonna fuck around and be in a motel, bro. Like you would not find a place under $1,000 here that's nice and it's worth the money. It's worth staying there. Like the motherfucker probably be rat infested, mice infested, etc. Like you would not find a nice place down here under $1,000. At the end of the day, you're going to be spending about 13 plus, bro. And with the inflation rate going the way it is, it's going to increase. Like my brother, he finna move and it's increased. Like, yeah, he's paying for a property that's brand new, but it's finna increase though. So inflation is a real thing, dog. I know everybody's struggling with the job market as well. The job market don't want to pay nobody shit. They want you to come in and work for $15 an hour. What the fuck is $15 an hour, bro? So if I work there for 2 hours, I only made $30. Like, and you got a task force going out for PPP fraud, bro. You gonna need more shit because fraud and all that shit finna increase. All that shit is finna go skyrocketed, dog. Like I was looking at jobs prior to coming down here, and like a lot of them was only paying like $15, $16, like, and I'm just like, I can't believe this shit. And I understand they probably taking into account that we don't pay state taxes down here, but at the same time, like knowing that everything is increasing, and knowing that to get a nice apartment, you want to be spending about $13 to $1,700 a month. $15 an hour ain't shit, bro. That's enough for a roommate. You probably can get a roommate. Who the fuck wants a roommate, bro? Like, no. Speaking of a roommate, I know I seen a lot of people on social media talking about the worst roommate ever. It's a show that's on Netflix. Horrible as fuck. The show ain't good at all. It's full of gullible motherfuckers, dog. Like, you know good goddamn well that person wasn't the right fit to be a roommate, and you still let him move in your house. Like, it was the show was dumb as fuck. It's not worth watching. So those who have not checked it out, you don't need to check it out. The show's stupid as hell. Like, you don't want to tune into that. But yeah, that's the coverage on inflation. For those who out there that's going through hard times or lost a job or working to try to make ends meet, I can definitely understand. I definitely know what you're going through because, like I said, the whole country basically going through this shit right now. So that's with inflation. Breonna Taylor, if y'all been watching that, that's another thing that's in the news. The cop that shot her, he got off. Are we surprised? I'm not surprised. I knew this shit was gonna happen. It's just weird as fuck that he fired all them rounds in that girl room, and it wasn't ruled reckless endangerment. Like, that's stupid as fuck. Now, if I would have went off of this some shit like that, it would have been ruled reckless endangerment. Like, the world we living in right now is scary, bro. It's scary. And the shit drives my anxiety up through the roof, dog. Knowing what type of world we live in, knowing what type of people in this motherfucker, knowing what hands we in. We ain't in good hands at all with fucking Joe Biden, dog. Like, and we got 2 more fucking years with this man. 2 more. If y'all ain't raised for concerned about doing it again, dog, out, y'all need to vote Trump 2024, dog. Moving on, dog. I want to end this with some sports. In my podcast, I never fucking talked about sports. I'm a big sports person. I like sports. Every podcast going forward, I kind of want to mix a little sports in because a lot of shit is getting heated up. Playoffs is coming around. So I kind of want to relate to those who actually like sports and like watching sports. So I want to transition this to the Aaron Rodgers drama. The Aaron Rodgers drama. If I was a Packers, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Packers fan when they winning. That's just me, bro. That's just me. Like, who the fuck want to be with some losers, bro? I'm a Packers fan when they winning. When they not winning, I don't fuck with the Packers, bro. But when they winning, I fuck with them. But Aaron Rodgers' whole drama, I don't give a fuck if he stays or he goes. I'm hoping that he leaves. I feel like, dude is selfish. He only cares about himself. He of course he wants to win, but I feel like he more interested in individual accolades like MVPs and shit like that. Me personally, I feel he will never win a Super Bowl again. So there is no point of keeping him around. I feel the NFL is being clouded with different quarterbacks every single year after draft. It's different talents. His talent is rising. They're getting better every single year. I feel like the future of the NFL as far as quarterbacks is in good hands. I'm still in a big surprise that Tom Brady retired, but I do feel he will be coming back. I do not feel like Tom Brady is going to be calling it quits. I feel he's going to take this year off and he may come back next year. But as far as Aaron Rodgers, I don't see him on any other team. I feel like if he don't re-sign with the Packers or stay with the Packers, I could see him retiring. I don't see him fitting in with no other teams. If I had to pick a team where I could see him probably fitting in, it'd probably be San Fran, which is the team that he's been teasing. I feel like if he leaves, Packers will lose him and Devontae Adams. I feel like there's no chance in hell Devontae Adams will stay and play on a rebuilding team. The Packers will be on a rebuild. Packers will be rebuilding if Aaron Rodgers decides to leave. Jordan Love, I feel like we really haven't gave him much of a chance yet. I got faith in him. I feel he'll be a good quarterback down the line. Right now, I just feel he's just nervous. He's in that fresh thing. It's kind of hard to come in after a Hall of Fame quarterback, somebody who went multiple MVPs, someone who took that team to the Super Bowl, someone who takes that team to the playoffs every single year. Them some big shoes to cover, but I do feel Jordan Love can adapt and actually be a quarterback threat in the NFL in the near future. But right now, he just got some big shoes to fill, dog. And like I said, if Aaron Rodgers decides to leave, it's the next man up, and it will be Jordan Love. And Jordan Love is just gonna have to prove himself. And if he don't prove himself, they just have to go through the rebuilding phase. You have to go out there and find you a quarterback. Maybe you'll want to bring in a vet. Maybe you want to go draft another one. But like I said, man, don't give up. Don't give up too soon on Jordan Love. I do feel like he's going to be a good quarterback. But as far as fucking Aaron Rodgers, bro, we don't give a fuck. You can leave. Don't nobody want to keep your ass around anyways. Go ahead, do what you got to do. You did all that. You caused all that drama all last year, bro, just to take your team to the playoffs and win. And just take your team to the playoffs and lose your very first playoff game. You did all that drama. You posted the last dance shit. Don't ever compare yourself to Michael Jordan, bro. You're not Michael Jordan. You will never be Michael Jordan. You're a loser. You don't know how to win. So you'll never be Michael Jordan. So don't ever compare yourself to the Last Dance documentary, like, bro, because you can never be him. Like, for real, you're not even in that. You ain't even in that topic. So that Last Dance shit was cap. The Bucks, they rolling. That's my team. I remember when I first started watching the league, I was a big LeBron fan. Still a big LeBron fan, but the Bucks, dog, to see what they did last year was to go to the playoffs, win the NBA championship, bring one to the city, see Giannis resign. Like, I was living in Milwaukee at the time. I had no choice but to be a Bucks fan, bro. If you lived in Milwaukee and you wasn't a Bucks fan, like, I don't understand, bro. And I never niggas used to always tell me the whole time, how the fuck you live if you ain't no fan? But like, once I think what really, really made me a fan, bro, is that last stretch to the playoffs. And when I got to the playoffs and then I got to experience their district, the shit was unbelievable, dog. So I had no choice but to be like, you know what, fuck it. I'm definitely fucking with the Bucks going forward. So the Bucks doing good, though. They heating up. They won their last 4 games. We third in the East right now. I definitely still see us repeat. I feel the NBA Finals is going to be the Bucks and the Warriors. I don't think the Suns will be. We just bust the Suns' ass, by the way. But I don't think the Suns will be in the NBA Finals this year. I do see us going up against Steph Curry, and I do see us winning. I feel like the Bucks are in a driver's seat, and there's no other team out there that I feel like that collectively can beat us as a team. Like, we play better team basketball than every team in the league right now to me. So I do see us repeat. So go Bucks. Anybody out there that fuck with the Bucks, man, shout out to y'all. We finna go ahead and get us another ring. We finna go ahead and 2P. We finna do some Kobe shit real quick. I'm tired of seeing the same fucking teams on TV. I'm tired of fucking seeing the same TVs. Y'all can keep putting the Bucks on the TV, but I'm tired of seeing the same fucking teams, bro. I'm tired of seeing the fucking Clippers. I'm tired of seeing fucking Boston. I'm tired of seeing the Lakers. I'm tired of seeing the Knicks. Like, put some teams on there that's worth watching, dog. Like, yeah, Boston and all them other teams, they probably win it, but they boring as fuck to watch. Like, I don't understand why these teams are still hitting primetime TV. But as far as the Lakers, somebody asked me, do I think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs? No, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I feel like they need more than LeBron. AD, he's made a paper, so he's out every other week. Like, I just looked something up that he's going to be out for the next 3 to 4 weeks again. So it's like, LeBron can't do it all by himself. I feel the Lakers are looking at LeBron to be that Cleveland LeBron when he was fucking his early 20s or mid-20s. Like, LeBron James is 37 years old. Yes, LeBron James can still put up points. I mean, he just put up 50-plus points the other night. Yeah, he can still put up points. Yeah, he can still carry a team. But, like, he's 37, bro. Remember that. Y'all expecting all this from a 37-year-old player, bro. And I feel like right now, LeBron, like, what's next for him right now, I don't think he give a fuck, bro. I think he just playing until his son get to the league. You know what I mean? He just dragging the shit out. I don't think he really care for, like, okay, yeah, he's playing to win a championship, but hey, if we don't win or we don't make the playoffs, oh fucking well. I think that's where his mindset is right now. Like, if I don't win, I don't win. It is what it is. But I do feel that the Lakers will not make the playoffs. Right now, they're currently 9th in the West. It's a heavy possibility they could play in the play-in, but you know, other than that, like, they not a good team all around, dog. I mean, Westbrook, he's sorry as hell. AD injured. The rest of the players in the Lakers, they sorry as hell. Like, so I can't see them going to the playoffs. Like I said, they will be in the play-in. That's probably about it. That's a wrap for this episode. That was my take on sports. That was my take on today's news. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, about the person that asked me about the childhood trauma, if you want more vivid details, just let me know. And I could just basically let you know, one-on-one type shit. Like I feel like going into the next episode, I won't be covering trauma no more. The next episode I will be having my dad on. Me and my dad gonna be going over various topics. Y'all gonna get to know who my dad is. Y'all gonna get to know where some of my trauma fucking came from. But as of today, me and my dad got a good relationship. I talk to him every other day. He lives down here in Texas, so yeah, he's gonna be on my next episode. So y'all tune in for that. Straight Facts Podcast. This is Zell. I'm out.